first time I saw something, standing behind Rhea, it was in the mirror. Not a shadow, not a ghost. Something that smiled just a little wider than she could. You think you know what possession looks like. You don't. It doesn't start with levitating or screaming. It starts small, tiny things like a smile that lingers too long after a joke isn't funny. Her name was Rhea, the kind of person you trust instantly. Warm eyes and nervous laugh, never raised her voice. She worked in hospice care, a job that takes little pieces of you, one death at a time. But she always came home smiling until she didn't. It started the week after she took the overnight shift for an elderly woman named Mrs. Desai, old, frail, dying of something slow and cruel. But it wasn't the disease that broke her. It was the whispering. Rhea said the old woman talked to herself constantly. Things like, "He's already in the walls. You just don't hear him yet." Or, "Let me die before the knocking starts again." And once, "Don't let the house smell like water." She laughed it off the first night. By the end of the week, she came home pale, quiet, watching the corners, like something was waiting there. The air in the house began to taste stale, like it had been exhaled too many times. The first time I knew something was wrong was in the kitchen. I asked how her shift went. She was buttering toast, normal, safe. Then she froze, tilted her head, like she was hearing music I couldn't hear, and said, "I think my thoughts are coming from outside my body now." I laughed. She didn't. She didn't blink either, just stared at the knife on the counter, like it had told her a joke I wasn't in on. Over the next week, I started keeping notes. Monday, she unplugged every clock, said time was repeating itself wrong. Tuesday, I caught her in the bathroom, staring into the mirror for 43 minutes. Wednesday, she started avoiding the left side of the hallway, wouldn't say why. Thursday, I woke at 3:14 a.m. to find her standing over me, whispering, "Do you feel it yet?" When I asked what, she just smiled. She stopped eating, not afraid, just uninterested. She'd watch me chew like it was a performance, then murmur, "You chew wrong, that's how they find you." And her smile, it started to change. Wider, teeth glistening, even when she hadn't eaten in hours. She began hanging strips of paper on the walls. "He likes the attic. Don't let the silence grow." The mirror remembers. If he calls your name twice, don't answer. When I tore them down, she cried for hours. Not sad, hysterical, like I'd ruined a ritual. I took her to a therapist. She smiled, said all the right things, but in the car afterward, she turned to me, calm as still water, and said, "He's going to eat your name first." When I asked what that meant, she giggled, not like Rhea, like a child imitating a sound. The worst night, the night of the door. Our house has no basement, no crawl space, just one attic. But I came home to find her pointing at the linen closet, trembling with excitement. "There's a door behind it," he told me. Inside was only towels and sheets, but the back panel looked new. Fresh screws, clean wood, warm, like someone breathing. On the other side, when I turned back, she was gone. Footsteps upstairs, slow, heavy, wrong. I found her curled in the bedroom corner, smiling. The air stank of copper and mold. Her eyes were rolled back, not fully, just enough to unsettle me. "He's almost finished," she whispered. Finished with what? Scraping me out. I told her I was calling a doctor. She screamed, not in fear, but in laughter so loud, it cracked her voice. That night, I woke to scratching in the walls. Not rats, not wind, fingers tracing something, looking for a way out. The lights flickered once, not off, just enough to feel like the house was breathing. Every time they flicker, I swear I hear a whisper. That isn't hers. Then I saw it, not her, not a ghost, something standing behind her reflection in the mirror. She was facing away, but in the glass, her mouth moved a second before hers, smiling straight at me. She doesn't speak much now. I think she's still in there, somewhere behind the teeth, behind the smile. Once, I tried recording her when she mouthed words to herself. The playback was silent until 2:13, then one whisper. You should have let her scream. Tonight, my reflection's lips moved, but I wasn't speaking. Now I sleep with the lights on, but they still flicker. Sometimes, she watches me pretend to sleep. Sometimes, I hear something else, breathing in sync with me. And sometimes, when I stare into the mirror too long, I start to smile, and I'm not sure if it's mine anymore. So, you're still here? Still breathing? Still smiling? Go ahead, look deep into your mirror tonight. Wait for the lights to flicker. If your reflection smiles first, don't smile back. Because once the silence sets in, once the walls get wet, once the smile doesn't belong to you anymore, it's already too late. She's still up there, waiting. If you're still listening, you've survived another true horror from the dark side of India. If this story haunted you, subscribe and like the video, and leave a comment below. Would you dare look in your mirror when the lights flicker? I'm Joker, and I'll see you in the next story.